Hello and welcome to a brawlbox brawl modding tutorial. We're going to be changing song titles so when you are playing on a level and your custom song comes up, it will say what the song is, or whatever you want. I mean, maybe you want it to say something else. Before we get started, you're going to need to download 2 files, possibly more if you don't have any of the prerequisite files. You need Menumain.pac and Info.pac. Both of those will be in the description. Another helpful file is the Brawl custom music GUI. This was covered in an earlier tutorial on adding custom music, so check that out if you don't know what that's about, because this is kind of like the next step. And we're just going to be using this for reference, really. You'll also need brawlbox. Obviously, well, hopefully you have that. Step 1 is actually going to be open your GUI. You don't have to do this. Again, this is just for reference. Maybe you don't. Maybe you already know your information or whatever. But for me, I don't. So we're just going to do this really quick. So we're going to change this. You can see that the title, the actual song in Brawl, is Battlefield-Battlefield. But my name for it is the final battle for Banjo-Kazooie. And so now that we know that, we can minimize this or close it, whatever you want. Open brawlbox and open info_en. With this open, you go to miscellaneous data 140, and then you click in this, and now anything is editable. You can rename this whatever you want, but the one that we need is Battlefield. So you just hit click in here, and you hit B, 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 until you find it. Here. That's probably it. So now we can rename this Banjo-Kazooie Boss Final Boss Theme. And if you click somewhere else, Banjo-Kazooie Final Boss Theme. We'll only be editing one, but of course if you have multiple custom songs, you could edit anything you want and keep searching around for the one that you want, whatever you want. But for the purpose of keeping this short, we'll just do that one. What you need to do now is File, Save As, or Save. Really doesn't matter, but if I like to keep an original for the Info.pac. So make sure that you don't have the _en. Just do info new.pac. Save that to your desktop. Make sure it is compressing. If it doesn't, you've done something wrong. This file right here has to be less than 391 kilobytes large. So right click on it and go to Properties. See how it says size 390 kilobytes? That's perfect. If it's above 391 kilobytes, it will freeze when you put this into Brawl. If that's the case, what you need to do is open that, the new file, click on miscellaneous data 160, that's the one below, and we're going to just have to make some useless information. Basically, look through here. This is all the stuff when you do things. Just like look through here, and if you see anything that's like something you believe you'll never see, just click on it, select the whole thing, and put 1 question mark. And just keep doing this for things that you think you'll never see when you're playing Brawl normally. And what that does is it frees up some memory, because you only need to remember 1 character instead of 8 or whatever. Ours was below, so we don't need to do that. But if we did, that's how you'd do it. Right-click on miscellaneous data 140, export it to your desktop. Now you can go ahead and close up your new Info.pac. And that's just right there. We're going to have to open up our Menumain.pac. If you've done that custom menu tutorial, use that because then you'll have your custom menu and your custom songs. So open up whatever Menumain.pac you want and go to miscellaneous data 7. This miscellaneous data is exactly the same, so what we can do is right-click, replace, and replace it with our miscellaneous data 140, because it's actually the same file. With that completed, you can just go File, Save As, again, keep that original file, and in case it crashes or whatever, you want that original file to work off again. Save that, it'll compress. The compression will take longer on this one. And now for this file, this is important. The file size has to be let me just do this for a second. It has to be, so I don't know why, but when you look at the properties, sometimes the info is wrong. But if you put it into a folder and hit Details, View, Details, it will show you size. The file size has to be exactly 4,179 kilobytes. If it is any other number, it will not work. So once you know that it is exactly that large, you're good to go. And you can close your Menumain.pac. And basically all you need to do now is put this into your SD card. If you've watched the custom menu tutorials, you know that you need this chain, private we app RSBE PF menu 2, Menumain. Put your Menumain in there. I've already copied the one that I have onto the desktop right here. But if you have one already, rename it to something else and put it on your desktop just in case this doesn't work. Make sure that there's no _en. Make sure it's just mu_Menumain. With that done, now we can put in the Info.pac. Private we app RSBE PF info2 Info.pac. Right click on it, rename it to just info, and you are now good to go. Everything's finished. Your SD card is set up correctly, and when you go, in our case, to Battlefield and Battlefield plays, you'll see Banjo-Kazooie Final Theme in the upper left, and it will play that song. So you can do this with your whole custom song library, and it's a really great effect and just a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and make sure that those file sizes are the same. Check out my blog if you want to vote for the next tutorial and learn some stuff about Brawl. And check the description for those files. Thanks.